Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. King Fred Matiangi, what do you think he lacks to win the presidency of this country? I know when you look at him, he has so many good things that can propel him to the presidency. But being a human being, we cannot assume that he also lacks something. What do you think he lacks? Before I take you through on what I think this gentleman is lacking, let me take you through on what he has first. Let us be fair on this. Number one, Dr. King Fred Matiangi is very popular. I think he's among the most popular candidates, considering the fact that he's not been in the country, but people across the country are talking about King Fred Matiangi. And they are seeing him as the best option to replace President William Ruto. Popular, because I can see it on the channel here when I see comments, people talking about him. Ladies and gentlemen, being popular was as a result of being at the education docket and also the ICT. That has to be put into consideration. Now, the other thing that he has is the financial support that he can get from friends like Uhuru Kenyatta and many other people. That gives him the strength to face President William Ruto. He also has Uhuru Kenyatta, who is a master plan of politics, that if he decides Uhuru Kenyatta will be the president in 2027, it's very hard for William Ruto to beat him. He knows. That's why whenever he spoke about youths, you could hear William Ruto's entire team and with Ruto himself talking about Uhuru Kenyatta on a simple statement that just was made almost jokingly. Ladies and gentlemen, he has political friends like Gachagua, Onyonka, Kalonzo, Natembeya, Eugene, Najib Balala. So many people that he made connections with when he was in power. And some of them after he had left, like Gachagua and probably Kalonzo. Now, ladies and gentlemen, all these things can make someone a very formidable presidential candidate. But on this particular video here, I want to take you through on what Matiangi really lacks. Number one, but before I do so, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mukwa Times, ladies and gentlemen, if this is the first time, please make sure that you subscribe, like and comment, and also, let me welcome you here. Ladies and gentlemen, my number is always here. You can always support the channel, that's the M-Pesa number, but also, in case you want to inform me on one or two things that you feel I need to know better, please feel free to contact me at any time, either text on WhatsApp or even a call. Now, let me give you 2 seconds to subscribe before I proceed. Thank you so much for the subscription. Now, what does Matiangi lack? Number one, it is Ndindi Nyoro on his side. As people might take it to be, Ndindi Nyoro still is one of the formidable candidates that attract a lot of people, many people across the country. He needs Ndindi Nyoro. Ndindi Nyoro brings the youthful aspect to his side. He brings knowledge to his side. He brings political foot soldiers on his side. He brings advisors to his side. Dr. King Fred Matiangi, if he brings on board Ndindi Nyoro, he has youths, a huge number of youths, and there's some positivity will bring for this country. That's number one. Number two, Dr. King Fred Matiangi lacks Simba Arati. When I saw Simba Arati accompany Dr. King Fred Matiangi to Gusii, when he was coming for the homecoming, I felt like they are together. The friendship that I saw, the greetings and stuff, it looked nice. But later on, Simba Arati has not been very strongly speaking about Dr. King Fred Matiangi's candidature. Either there's something Matiangi has shared with him that we don't know, or he does not support Matiangi. So he has not come out openly to speak about it. But probably if it is strategy, well and good. But if it is not, and the fact that it is that he does not feel comfortable with Matiangi being the presidential candidate, then I feel Matiangi is lacking someone very crucial to his team. And I'm going to do an extensive video on why we need Simba Arati. Actually, I've done it before, and you can check on my YouTube here. But the fact is that Simba Arati is a very crucial person when it comes to the Gusii politics and also Nairobi politics. He's also very popular across the country. He can help Dr. Fred Matiangi in campaigns. Apart from that, Simba Arati, he has some political experience because he has been in power ever since 2007. So it's someone who has huge experience that he can bring on board. Also, the Gusii region, to lock it fully behind Matiangi, needs Simba Arati. I'm going to do an extensive video somewhere where I'm going to talk about the rebels of Matiangi in the Gusii region, and that's where I'm going to extensively talk about Simba Arati's role. Now, another thing that he lacks is the political connections, where having connections on the ground, people who are going to do what you call vote hunting. People who are always with the people on the ground. Like if you are in a certain vicinity, for instance, you are in Nakuru, at London area, you're able to know that there's someone around here who is linked to Matiangi. Someone that if you appear somewhere, you can feel Matiangi is present. He does not have. Why? He has not been politically active. So he has a huge team that he needs to create in the country, which will propel his candidature. People can help him even get agents. People can be able to monitor the progress of the voting process across that specific area. So it needs huge political connections on the grassroots, at the ground huko chini. He also needs such people to give him information. Who can tell him, here in Nakuru, people are not talking about you in the right way. And some of the things they want to hear from you, it is this and that. He does not have such people. He needs such people to help him get more informed. When he's planning to go to Nakuru, he needs to have people who will tell him that in Nakuru here, some of the problems you're experiencing is this, and that. And some of the things that Ruto has promised is such a thing. So if you talk about these things, it is a possibility that people are going to love you more. So Matiangi does not have such people. He needs to create such connections. Also, these people who are going to be his political allies at the grassroots can be his political mobilizers. People who are able to even speak on a rally. Be able at least to boil the crowd, to raise the temperatures, to boil it for Matiangi. When it comes to speak, everything is already done. Already right now he has Onyonga. But Onyonga cannot be so effective on a rally like he can be on TV and on just a function when he speaks. But he can do a very nice campaign where people are seated and listening. And when it comes to people like Anthony Kibagendi, is so good within the Gusii region. But now going national, he needs people. And with respect to that, he needs people like Gachagua on board, and he needs people like Babu Owino. Now that he has Gachagua, he needs Babu Owino. He needs people Ndindi Nyoro. People like who are able to speak to the crowd well. The political mobilizers. The political mobilizers are very important because Matiangi is not such a politician. He's such a leader. So he might not be such vocal to the people like some of these politicians can be. That is why we are saying Babu Owino, Gachagua are the characters we are talking about. Also, I think it needs what you call constant existence within the country. Probably if he goes beyond this year, that by December he has not come back to the country, it can be late in the sense that there's a lot that needs to be done. So he needs to come to the country and get engaged with the people locally, connect even before 2026, and get at least to understand, people get to resonate with his ideologies at the grassroots. That can help him propel him to his presidency. I also feel that he does not have the youths yet on his side. That's why he needs Ndindi Nyoro and youthful leaders who are very vocal. He needs occasions with them. He needs to meet with them. He needs to go and visit them. He needs to champion for their interests. And as a result, we are going to have good performance in terms of his campaigns across the country. Lastly, he needs proper media. When he came to the country, we did not see proper media that was doing his job. So if he gets proper media, that will be critical for him, in that it will help propel his agenda across the country, make him one of the best leaders across when it comes to campaigns. When you have media, it works well. Right now, people have gone digital. And that's why if William Ruto regulates media, he's actually finishing himself. Oh, probably they're planning to deal with us so that they can prevent our campaigns for 2027. Because they are so much into tribal politics as such. So, ladies and gentlemen, I feel those are the things that Dr. Ken Matiangi lacks, but he can get them. Know that it's something that he cannot get. It's something he can get to his side so that he can be able to do a wonderful job in the campaigns. My name is Abel Mokwa. See you next time with my videos. Kindly don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.